Who will be the next Karnataka Chief Minister? The question is not only troubling Kannadigas, but also the High Command of Congress. Both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar are unwilling to back down, and the situation has come to a standstill. On Sunday, one-line resolution was passed in the CLP meet which authorized Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge to choose the next CM. And now, the action is shifting to the national capital as Siddaramaiah and the observers are in Delhi. Now, Congress sources say the High Command will take the decision today. The official announcement will be done by tomorrow. But the problem doesn't end here for the Congress party. The appointment of cabinet ministers would be a much more difficult task, as several communities that have voted for the Congress have now started expecting cabinet berths in return. It is believed that while the Lingayats are not really entering the battle of who becomes the next chief minister, they have asked for a deputy chief minister's post and 7-8 cabinet berths. Vokalingas have threatened that DK Shivakumar must become the chief minister, otherwise they would start an agitation. On the other side, Siddaramaiah has the backing of the OBCs and majority of the MLAs. So the battle is cutthroat, and now the ball is in the Gandhi's court. Congress is trying really hard to put up a united picture, but will this situation lead to another battle of camps like other Congress-ruled states? Can Congress successfully contain this factionalism? In this race for the next chief minister, who really has the edge? We'll take those questions to our guest in just a bit. But take a look at some of the latest visuals of both of the contenders, DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah. On the left side, former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Siddaramaiah, eyeing another term as CM. He has landed in the national capital. He will be meeting the High Command of the Congress party along with the observers soon. On the other side is the KPCC President DK Shivakumar, who's credited for the victory of the Congress in the state. He greeted his supporters who are demanding the Chief Minister's post for their leader. He has also virtually announced that he is the one who's responsible for this victory of 135 MLAs. He is expected to come to Delhi after a short while. Even as both leaders come to the national capital, a power-sharing formula was mooted, but no surprises that this formula was rejected given what has panned out in other Congress-ruled states. This is what we've learned. Earlier today, a power-sharing formula was proposed. Siddaramaiah initially resisted this formula, but then agreed to it. But there was a caveat. He wants the first 2 years of the Chief Minister's position, naturally. But on the other side, DK Shivakumar refused this proposal completely. He demands a full term for himself. DK Shivakumar, in fact, cited Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh in fighting for that rejection, as he said that this formula is not going to work. Now, both leaders have also reached out to all MLAs seeking support for them. The biggest challenge for the Congress party will be how to accommodate Siddaramaiah if DKS in fact is made CM. The other side may be still easier, but this is the toughest battle for them. Now, even as the two leaders battle it out, let's list out what works in their favor. So DK Shivakumar, not surprisingly, is the master strategist, troubleshooter for the Congress party, but Siddaramaiah is their tallest leader in the state, also a former chief minister. Shivakumar has strong organizational capabilities. Ultimately, he is the one who will be credited with the state's win as the Congress president. Siddaramaiah, though, has the edge of having been a chief minister for a full term. He knows what running a government is like. And, he also doesn't have that corruption baggage as DK Shivakumar does. Now, DK has the backing of the dominant Vokalinga community, and the results speak for themselves in Mysore, Karnataka. But Siddaramaiah has a more mass appeal across a greater number of communities that have also backed the Congress party in this verdict. So even as the CM race is decided, another challenge for the Congress is fulfilling those 5 guarantees to the public as soon as they form the government. These were the big reasons why the Congress was voted to power, and the expectations will naturally be high. So will be the burden on the state's finances. Currently, Karnataka's fiscal deficit is 2.6% at about 60,000 crores. This will double to 1.14 lakh crores to 4.8% as and when the Congress government implements these guarantees. In absolute numbers, this will be the highest deficit of any state in India. The cost of the 5 guarantees that the Congress has promised to the public, which was their big calling card in these elections, is roughly 60,000 crore rupees per year. So there are many challenges lined up for the Congress party. First up, though, is exactly who they anoint as the next chief minister. That's a big debate coming in this battle between DKS and Siddu. Who has the edge? Coming up in just a minute.
leadership, 135 MLAs, all of them with one voice have said that the matter will be left to the High Command. My aim is only to deliver Karnataka to the Congress Party.
कल कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष से जनरल सेक्रेटरी संगठन और मैं मिलकर इसको मामले को आगे बढ़ाएंगे। बहुत जल्द हम कर्नाटक के अंदर एक नई कांग्रेस सरकार का गठन करेंगे।
First up, I want to go across to Jagdish Shettar, former Karnataka Chief Minister, formerly, of course, with the BJP, now with the Congress Party. Mr. Shettar, it's good to be speaking to you again. I spoke to you before your elections at your home office. Commiserations for your loss from Hubli Dharwad Central, but congratulations on the Congress's big win. I want to begin by asking you, according to you, who do you think has the edge? Is it Mr. Siddaramaiah, who should be the next Chief Minister, or DK Shivakumar?
And both the leaders have built the party and organized the party, and credit must go to both the leaders and other leaders also to getting a win of the Karnataka Congress. And already Congress leaders have sent some observers and they have taken the opinion of the MLAs. After collecting a opinion, I think Congress leaders, High Command will take the decision, and Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar both are capable of becoming a CM, and it is decision has left to the Congress High Command.
I understand.
Because, yesterday CLP is...
Yes?
Hello?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Please tell me.
No, I just wanted to say that, of course, both of them are capable, but it is turning out to be, it's looking like a very difficult decision, because if we look at the statements coming in from both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, it doesn't look like either of them is willing to back off. Don't you think this battle could end up almost, you know, putting a bad taste on the Congress victory? This could become a bigger factionalism and infighting?
Both are matured leaders. According to me, my opinion, they will take decisions. High Command will take in the interest of the party. And it is not a question of Karnataka Congress. It is a question of entire national level Congress. With that vision, there should be a matured decision, according to me. And DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, matured leaders. And I think whatever the Congress party takes decision, they will abide by it.
Sir, can I ask you, according to you, what was the biggest reason that the Congress won such a good mandate in Karnataka? Maybe that will give us a clue of who should be the next Chief Minister.
There are so many factors. Firstly, failure of the good governance by the BJP in the state, and overall price rise and inflation, and more corruption in Karnataka, and poor people day-to-day life has been very miserable, and Lingayat factor is also worked out because of Lingayat voters diverted to the Congress because ill treatment to the Lingayat leaders in the BJP. For example, ill treatment to Jagdish Shettar, ill treatment to Lakshman Sawdi. So many ex-MLAs joined the Congress within a short period. One UB Bankar from Hirekerur, one VS Patil from Yellapur, one Mohan Libikai ex-MLC, he joined the Congress. So many people, so many Lingayat leaders joined the Congress party because of ill treatment in the BJP to the Lingayat community. So it is affected Lingayat community, they feeling that powerful Lingayat leaders have been finished in a...
But sir, can I just come in here? Sorry to interrupt you.
BJP.
Some of the post-poll analysis suggesting those who have gone into various castes, sub-castes, age groups, economic groups, etc., are suggesting that the Lingayat vote share did not shift from the BJP. It stuck with the BJP. The Congress didn't gain much.
No. You see, whatever the result come from the northern Karnataka, particularly Kittur Karnataka, Kalyan Karnataka, you see the shift of the Lingayat votes to the Congress. You see the calculation in the North Karnataka.
Okay.
A major shift to the Congress. Out of, I think, out of 47 candidates contested from the Congress, Lingayat county, 37 have been elected. And more than 57 candidates contested from the BJP. Out of 57, only 15 Lingayats have been elected from the BJP.
Okay.
It shows, the statistics shows that most of the Lingayat voters have shifted to the Congress.
Okay, fair enough, sir. I do want to come back to this battle we're witnessing between the Congress's two top leaders. Before I let you go, what do you think would be the ideal formula? Because it's not just about the chief minister, it will also be about deputy chief ministers. And the spread of the cabinet berths. So many communities have voted overwhelmingly for the Congress party. Everyone would demand some fair representation.
It is a natural, whenever new government formation, caste combination, and for taking birth for the ministership, it is natural wherever if BJP government is there or Congress government is there, always when up to CM is selected, up to cabinet is declared, this competition is going on. I think now Congress has realized everything, because after a long period in Karnataka, Congress got clear majority, not hung, not single largest. It is clear. It will go big way in national level for the Congress. So they have to think about all these things, and I think with a gentleman decision they will take, proper decision they will take, and even Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar sit together, and whatever the suitable, they have to advise to the High Command, and they have to take initiation for the welfare in the interest of the Congress party.
Sir, can I ask you a final question? According to you personally, who would you like to see as the next chief minister?
No, it is not a public reaction. Always it will be a confidential. So only I tell both leaders have strengthened the party and built the party, and we along with other leaders also there. So party has to take decision. Jagdish Shetty has no say in this.
Okay.
Whatever the party take decision, I will also abide by this.
All right, sir, I leave it at that. Jagdish Shetty, thanks a lot for speaking to us. We'll have to wait and see exactly what happens of the Congress battle for the top position in Karnataka. Let's open this up to our guest joining us. Mohan Vishwa is of the BJP. In Karnataka, Bhavya Narsimhamurthy is from the Congress party. B.S. Arun, senior journalist who's tracked these elections very closely with CNN News 18. And Sanjay Jha, political analyst, is also joining us formally with the Congress party. Sanjay, why don't I begin with you? We're seeing almost a rerun of what has already transpired in Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. In fact, I'll come to Rajasthan a little bit later, where you have very strong views of what the Congress party should have done a long time ago. That battle is escalating very close to the next elections. But here, who do you think has the edge in Karnataka? Is it DKS or Siddaramaiah?
Shivani, I'm not going to take sides for the simple reason that there is no need to take sides here. Both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar have fought a brilliant battle strategically and on the ground to actually get the Congress to not just win, but win so decisively. It's an emphatic victory. I think the BJP is not just disrupted, it stands destroyed in many parts of Karnataka, although they will tell you that the vote share has remained intact. And I do think that whether it's Mr. Siddaramaiah or whether it's DK, it doesn't matter. I think the Congress MLAs recognize that this is a historic opportunity to actually completely, kind of reverse the
But it does matter, no, Sanjay? You look at the body language and the statements of both these leaders. I don't think that either of them is willing to concede. So it will matter. And a choice has to be made. Both cannot be chief minister, and certainly a power sharing formula will not be agreed to.
Well, Shivani, let me tell you, having a political ambition is the most legitimate activity in politics, right? You ought to be there because you want to hold the top job. But I think, please understand that these are seasoned veterans. They do realize that the leadership has to accommodate varied interests. And I do think that the Congress party recognizes that here is an opportunity to undo the damage done by the Karnataka under the 40% Sarkara and actually make sure that in the next election, there is no swing state and the Congress retains it again. I think the Congress has an excellent opportunity to do so. I think Indian democracy has got a shot in the arm. And I think whichever way it goes, the other leader will agree and you will find a more cohesive and a stable government from the Congress.
Okay, B.S. Arun, before I bring in our political panelists, can I come to you? The fact that this is virtually the final stint of Mr. Siddaramaiah, he has a bigger mass appeal, more community support than just one or two community support, unlike DK Shivakumar. Do you think that will go in his favor, or the fact that he's actually much older, nearing 80 by the time this term will end, goes against him?
Well, comparing to Mr. Shivakumar, Siddaramaiah certainly enjoys wider popularity, wider support among different castes and different regions of the state. His community, which is the Kuruba, the shepherd community, has the population across almost every assembly segment in the state. So, and of course, he is known as the OBC icon in the state, and he formulated the Ahinda policy nearly 10 years back, and that on that wave, he rode to power in 2013. And even now, if some of the segments have supported him and the Congress, it was the Ahinda and the OBC group, besides the Muslims, the Wakaligas, and the Lingayats. So having that kind of a support will certainly push him to the to the front in the run-up to the chief ministerial election.
Okay, so you feel Siddaramaiah has the edge because he has greater mass appeal. And maybe because this is his final chance, DK Shivakumar could be persuaded that, you will still have more opportunities in the future. Am I correct? Because I know that DK Shivakumar will not agree to that, but that may be what he could be told.
True, he may not, and he has been, very, very adamant over the last couple of days. Shivakumar is 60 or 61, and if the High Command takes the decision in favor of Siddaramaiah, then they might try to convince Shivakumar, saying that he is 60 and he still has many, many years ahead of him, and he can become chief minister some other day. So that's how they might they might pacify him, and also maybe work out a formula that would favor him. But then going by what is happening in other states, other Congress ruled states, and as Shivakumar may have pointed out to the High Command, it would be difficult that he would agree to such an arrangement. And
yeah, not a power-sharing arrangement,
2.5 years.
But it would be still easier to accommodate DK Shivakumar as the KPCC president or as one of the top ministers, as a deputy chief minister, then accommodating Siddaramaiah. What do you do with Siddaramaiah, who's a former chief minister already? You can't accommodate him. It's still easier to accommodate DK Shivakumar. I'll come back to our experts in just a bit. I want to go across to Bhavya also of the Congress party. Bhavya, this almost looks like this could derail the celebrations, the way this battle is playing out. It's a stalemate. Neither leader is willing to blink.
No, not at all. Because this is not the first time this has happened in Karnataka.
Precisely. You should have known this is coming and you should have been prepared.
That's the whole point. We've always taken up the stand that, the MLAs, the elected MLAs will make a decision, will take the decision based on the votes. Yesterday, there was Congress Legislative Party meeting. All the MLAs have given their secret ballot. And today, that decision has been taken to the High Command.
But why does the Congress then say that the High Command will decide? Why does the Congress then say the High Command will decide? Let the MLA verdict be out.
Yeah, the MLA's verdict will be out. Like, whatever the decision they have taken, the other person, they need to be sat down and we need to speak to them about, what has happened and then announce, right? Like, that's, and the High Command has the final power. So, today, Mr. DK Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah have gone to Delhi, and soon we will be announcing the Chief Minister of Congress Party of the Karnataka government. And of course, it's always celebration. Yesterday, they had a good time celebrating Mr. DK Shivakumar's birthday as well during the Congress Legislative Party meeting. Everyone's really happy that, Karnataka people have given us such a big mandate, and we will make sure whoever the chief minister is, but the government will definitely keep up its promises and all the guarantees that we have given.
Yeah, I'll come
And
to
this
the
will
guarantees
definitely
in just a
be
bit.
the
I'll come to
beginning.
the guarantees in just a bit. That's another challenge for you. And as this battle, if it was to prolong, then people will get a little restless too. And whether the government can then come together to deliver those guarantees, I'll come to that in just a bit. And what that means for Indian politics. Because some of those guarantees were dubbed dole politics by the opponents as well. We've got some visuals coming in from Mr. Kharge's residence. The action has shifted to the national capital. The Congress observers and of course Siddaramaiah have already landed in the capital. They'll be meeting him. DK Shivakumar is yet to fly out from Karnataka. He'll be doing so a little bit later. I believe he wants to meet his guru, a Mat Guru, before he takes his next step. But Mohan Vishwa, let me come to you. How are you witnessing, how are you watching this battle play out in the Congress party?
Shivani, let me be very frank with you. This was not a surprise for us. This is what we're telling from past 1 year. They were fighting, for the sake of individual power, not for the sake of getting a results in the state of Karnataka. If you recall the incident when Mr. Siddaramaiah, in the ticket allocation itself, there was one big troop which went with Siddaramaiah. There was one more big troop which went with DK Shivakumar. And before that, there was something called a Siddaramotsav, where Siddaramaiah wanted to prove his power, where he wanted to bring all his fans and he should show it to the people that, he will be the next CM of Karnataka. And we had Mekeda to Padayatra, where it was led by DK Shivakumar again, where there was no presence of, the presence in the sense, the proper presence, the hard presence of Mr. Siddaramaiah was not there. If you recall, Rahul Gandhi, when he started the Bharat Jodo Yatra in the state of Karnataka, he was lifting the hands of both, who was standing in between Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, where both of them were not interested in each other. So he forcefully did that. And post that there was one more rally happened.
But that's
on the
okay,
stage
right?
also, the Rahul Gandhi did the same
They
thing.
managed to keep their personal ambitions in check and the infighting in check, at least during the campaigning. Now they can bat for themselves. What's the big deal? Doesn't take away from their victory.
Happen. No, that will not happen, Shivani. I'm telling you, they would have won by, going as a team. And also recently there was one video which was circulating, which was done by a PR agency for the Congress, where both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar will be sitting and they'll be chit-chatting, just before the election. So like as the heading says, the unity is only on the camera. TK. So imagine if this fight
but they were still
like
smart to play it out in front of the cameras. So be it. They don't have to see eye to eye.
If this is the fight for the sake of getting CM post, imagine what kind of governments and how they can fulfill the guarantee which is given. It's almost 48 hours where the results are out. People are given the mandate to them. I agree. Yes, people didn't give a proper mandate to us. They've given the mandate to them. So what message they're going to give to the people of Karnataka? This is what we were telling from past 10 to 11 months. They are there for enjoying the power, but not for something else.
Bhavya, you want to respond to that very quickly? I want to go back across to our experts as well. Yes, Bhavya.
Like I said, this is not the first time we have had more aspirants. Even in 2013, when we got a full majority, we did have 3 to 4 aspirants, and it depended on the MLAs voting. And after that, we had a very successful administration for 5 years. We fulfilled 95% of our promises. I don't think this will actually reflect upon our performance as a government. Yes, we have more and more aspirants, and there's nothing apologetic about being more ambitious. What's wrong in that?
Okay.
But I'm very sure our leaders are very committed to the ideology, and we will stick by it and make sure the people of Karnataka will be served.
Mohan?
Just like
Shivani, I want to recall, since she has taken out 2013 issue, in 2013, it was again G. Parmeshwar, who was a Dalit leader, who was a Congress president, who was instrumental in bringing Congress to the power in the state of Karnataka. He was totally ignored. Even then they had an issue. Then Siddaramaiah became a chief minister. Then Shivakumar was not much powerful. This time, Shivakumar is more powerful. Obviously, there will be a power fighting and people of Karnataka will have more entertainment like this for next 5 years. Let me tell you, take it from me. I'm telling you in the national media today, they'll have more entertainment like this. Post-CM, there will be a fight between DKS team and Siddaramaiah team for the sake of, cabinet ministers or for the sake of the board. Lot of entertainment the people of Karnataka will be having.
Okay, I'll come back to you, both of you. I'll come back to both of you. I want to go across to Mr. Kharge's residence for a quick update from there as well. But, Sanjay, this is exactly the problem. As Bhavya said, we've seen this before. Now, that's exactly the problem. The Congress has seen this before. In 2 states, it is playing out and they weren't able to handle it. So what gives anyone the confidence that in Karnataka, they will be able to handle it and it will not bog down their government for the next 5 years? Sanjay. Bhavya, I'll allow you, but let Sanjay come in.
Shivani, both DK and Siddaramaiah are formidable political stalwarts. They have both played an extraordinary role in the triumph of the Congress. I was just hearing the BJP spokesperson. I mean, the BJP is such sore losers. I mean, he's so grumpy. He's coming on a show today. It's been 48 hours since the 40% Sarkara has been devastated. And he's saying, look at the kind of, over the next 5 years, the Congress will fail to deliver. My dear friend, the people of Karnataka have told you to leave. They have actually got you down to the half the numbers of the Congress party. And by the way, do you know that in Maharashtra, after you toppled the government of Uddhav Thackeray, you took 5 weeks to give a cabinet here in Maharashtra, the most critical state in India in terms of economic growth. And how long did it take you to get a chief minister in Assam? So I think stop being such a grumpy, sore, and I call it as a pathetic loser.
Okay, Sanjay, I asked you a different question. You didn't answer my question, but let Mohan respond.
Don't go out of
But Mohan, very quickly.
The topic. Sanjay, don't go out of the topic, okay? Answer what I said. This has been happening from past 1 year. Please do remember, as far as Maharashtra is concerned, the court has given a verdict. You don't have anything to say on this on the TV channel, okay? Please do understand that the state of Karnataka, as I told you, we have witnessed these two fights. We have witnessed in the past also. From past 1 year also, this is not new. If you don't know, if you don't read the newspaper, if you don't, watch the TV channel, it's not my problem. The people of Karnataka have already watched the fight between DKS
let's try
and
to
Siddu in the
keep this
past.
a little
It's not my problem.
bit good-natured.
It's your
Okay. Sanjay, but you dodged my question. Sanjay, my question was the Congress doesn't have a good track record in handling these internal divisions. Look at what's playing out in Rajasthan even today. That government is about to come to an end of its term. Look what happened in Chhattisgarh.
Shivani, I will agree with you that where Rajasthan is concerned, and I have discussed that with you on your program quite a few times, it's about time that the Congress leadership proactively troubleshooted the way out of this problem. I can tell you, I know Sachin very well. I don't know Mr. Gehlot. And Sachin is very keen that the Congress party, if it were to get its act together, it can actually defeat the BJP. It doesn't have to be swing state every time. And I can tell you this as well. He is not leaving the party, or, he's talking about exposing the corrupt government that, that we all know that was there before. And if he's taking pot shocks at the Vasundhara Raje government of the past, he's actually telling Mr. Gehlot, walk the talk, because this is what the Congress party had said.
Fair enough. I'm not talking about who's right or wrong. I'm just saying the Congress doesn't have a good track record, B.S. Arun, in solving these problems. The issues keep lingering.
Yeah, I concede that point. You're absolutely right. The Congress party has to now realize that procrastination can never be a political strategy.
Yes, and when you have two big leaders like Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, justifiably both deserving of this win and will have their calling cards, what do you do in that situation? So, if anything, this battle in Karnataka is tougher to handle, B.S. Arun, would you say, than some of the other battles they've had to contend with?
Well, Congress really will have to use all its, proper calculations and also, the mind games that the others play in achieving their, in ensuring unity between these two leaders, and also ensure that there will be a sort of a peaceful procedure being adopted to choose the next chief minister. They know very well what is happening, especially in Rajasthan, and take all the measures to ensure that the same thing is not repeated in Karnataka. So the need to convince either Siddaramaiah or DK Shivakumar is very much required at the present moment, and also perhaps formulate frame a formula for that purpose. And otherwise, whatever gains that they have done, that they have got over the last 1 week,
they could lose them.
Away
they could lose them. But speaking of Rajasthan, can I just bring to our viewers' focus what has transpired? Congress leader Sachin Pilot's 5-day Jan Sangharsh Yatra ended today in Jaipur. He addressed a massive rally and attacked the Gehlot-led government, demanding an inquiry against former Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje's corruption cases and the paper leak cases. Significantly, the Congress's central leadership has disapproved of Pilot's Yatra, while Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot has also hit out at him, saying that his actions are hurting the party's interests. Now, Sachin Pilot issued an ultimatum to the Gehlot government, making 3 demands. He said that if these are not fulfilled in 15 days, he will initiate an agitation against his own government. So what are these demands? A rejig of the Lok Seva Ayog that conducted recruitment exams and instead set up a panel of experts. compensate students who have suffered due to paper leaks in the state, and of course, something he's been harping on for a while, probe the charges of corruption against the previous Rajay government. Listen into some of his statements today, then I'll go back to our guests.
4.5 साल में हम अभी तक उन वादों को पूरा नहीं कर सके जो हमने लांछन लगाया था, आरोप लगाया था, मैंने लगाया था, गहलोत साहब ने लगाया था कि वसुंधरा जी ने करप्शन किया, भ्रष्टाचार किया है। हम लोगों को करारा प्रहार करना पड़ेगा, भ्रष्टाचार को समाप्त करना पड़ेगा। और जो धारणा बनी हुई है कि 5 साल भाजपा 5 साल कांग्रेस, इस धारणा को तोड़ने के लिए हमें दुनिया को दिखाना पड़ेगा कि हम जो कहते हैं वो कर कर दिखाते हैं। मेरे खिलाफ गाली देने में कोई कमी रखी क्या है? चुन चुन कर मुझको भला बुरा कहा गया, मेरे को कोई चिंता नहीं। आप मुझको गाली दो, अपमानित करो, आरोप लगाओ, मुझको हमारे साथियों को इससे भी निचले स्तर के आरोप लगाओ, हमें कोई चिंता नहीं। अभी चुनाव हुआ कर्नाटक में, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार थी, कांग्रेस पार्टी ने आरोप लगाया ये 40% की भ्रष्ट सरकार है। जनता ने आरोपों को स्वीकार किया, कांग्रेस को बहुमत दिया और भाजपा को मैदान से भगा दिया। ये भ्रष्टाचार ही वो चीज है जो लोगों के दिल में गुजरती है। हमने भी किया था राजस्थान में, लेकिन अब कोई सफाई दे रहा है, दूध और नींबू। कोई कह रहा है कितनी बार बात हुई, 10 बार हुई, 15 बार बात हुई, 20 बार बात हुई। अरे मैंने तो कभी कहा ही नहीं कि मिली भगत है। मैं तो इतना कह रहा हूं कि हमने अपनी जबान से जो वादा किया लोगों के बीच में, उसको कृपया करके पूरा कर दो। हम किसी के खिलाफ नहीं हैं, हम किसी का विरोध नहीं करते, लेकिन सच और न्याय का रास्ता उस पर हम चलते रहेंगे। महीने के आखिर तक अगर कार्रवाई नहीं होती तो पूरे प्रदेश में मैं आंदोलन करूंगा आप लोगों के साथ। जनता के साथ रहेंगे, गांव में, पानी में, शहरों में हम पैदल चलेंगे, जनता को साथ लेकर चलेंगे, न्याय दिलाएंगे, न्याय करवाएंगे, आपकी बात को रखते रहेंगे।
Right. Look at that. Sanjay Jha, I'm sure you got the fervor and the atmosphere at his rally. I mean, Congress is the biggest opposition to Congress in Rajasthan today. There's no other way to put it.
Shivani, let me tell you, this is a master stroke by Sachin. I'll tell you why. The BJP has just been defeated on corruption in Karnataka. It has been wiped out. And basically what Sachin is telling Mr. Gehlot, because Mr. Gehlot and he have had problems, and that is, I think, in the public domain. I don't have to defend or argue or rationalize that. He's basically telling the Congress party exactly what we discussed on your program. The Rajasthan does not have to be a swing state. If you actually expose all the corruption charges that were against the BJP and tell the people of Rajasthan you don't want to repeat of it, the Congress has an opportunity to actually...
But Mr. Gehlot is not listening to him. What is the point of telling the public this? Sanjay, that's what I'm saying. Mr. Gehlot has been not listening to him for 5 years. The Congress High Command is not listening to him for the last 3 years.
Well, I agree with you, but the Congress leadership will have to step in now and create, in my opinion, the way forward is very simple. You have to make both Ashok Gehlot, who's obviously still wanting to be in power and he has got a right to believe that he still has these solutions, and Sachin Pilot have to become the DK and Siddaramaiah, what they did in Karnataka, make them the same for Karnataka, for Rajasthan. It doesn't have to be either or, it has to be both. And here is Sachin openly saying, however, they must have an equal stake in the Rajasthan's political future, and the Congress can be that future once again. I think it's a master stroke in terms of political strategy, and I think those people who have sat back for too long need to now step up and bring the two leaders together and say, go hammer and tongs and win the election in December.
Okay, very quickly, final comments. Mohan Vishwa, I'm guessing you are very happy with Sachin Pilot playing the opposition's role in Rajasthan. No BJP is there to be seen at all. He's doing all the opposition to Ashok Gehlot's government.
No, Shivani, not like that. First of all, the allegations, whatever is making against our Rajay government of the past is totally baseless, that everybody knows, okay? And in the state of Karnataka also, Mr. Jha was referring to the corruption and all. Please make him understand that the vote share of BJP is intact in the state. The gain for the Congress is purely from the JDS. That is where they have gained. people have, even though we would have not, those shares wouldn't have got converted to the seat. Even though we have 66 MLAs, we do work as a strong opposition in the state of Karnataka, as to understand. And here, Rajasthan, the tussle between the inside fight between the same leaders of the Congress was well known to the entire nation. The same thing will continue in the state of Karnataka also. As I told you earlier, this is just a beginning in the state. Definitely people will have more entertainment in the coming 5 years.
Okay. B.S. Arun, a final comment from you too. Let's say, obviously the Congress party will have to devise some solution, right? Let's say they do it. One person will be CM, one will not be CM. After that, do you expect both factions to be able to work together, or will they end up working at cross purposes for the government's tenure?
Difficult to say, and it's a difficult proposition altogether. The faction would, even if the leaders keep quiet, their followers may not. And also, once the chief minister is selected, the next big task will be the cabinet formation. And there lies the bigger problem, I feel, because Congress will have to, satisfy various community groups as well as the regions. So, and the followers of both the leaders will have to be there. That's where Congress will encounter a bigger problem than this, perhaps. And that's where the dissident starts. If you have observed the working of these governments, the formation of the cabinet, it all starts with the very formation of that government of the ministers. So the dissatisfied ones will again start the problem for the giving problems for the government. And we have seen it in Karnataka, especially in the 1990s during the chief ministership of S. Bangarappa and Veerappa Moily. Fortunately, after that, during the SM Krishna government or during the government of Siddaramaiah, there was no such rebellion,
but this time you've got two equally strong polls to the Congress victory and the Congress party. That's the difference.
Yes.
It is very difficult to choose one bit over the other. Yes, Mr. Arun?
Yeah, the another issue is 135 MLAs, and only 33 can become ministers. So it's going to be a huge task for the chief minister, for the Congress leadership, to address this issue.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. B.S. Arun, Sanjay Jha, Mohan Vishwa and Bhavya, thanks a lot for joining us. I also want to quickly go across to my colleague Nikhil, who's actually keeping a vigil outside Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. That's where all the action is now. Nikhil, I believe Mr. Surjewala has also arrived at Mr. Kharge's residence. Can you tell us the latest that's happening there?
So many of the leaders of the Congress party, which are related directly to the Karnataka for the choosing of the face for the CM, they have assembled here at this particular place. And speaking of those leaders, Mallikarjun Kharge, his residence is only this particular place, and the leaders to the likes of, in fact, special observers, central observers who were part of that particular choosing, and also to discuss the issue with each and MLA. They have already arrived here. Jiten Singh is here, Sushil Kumar Shinde is here, Deepak Babaria is also here. Apart from them, the in charge of Congress party for the state of Karnataka, Randeep Singh Surjewala, he has also gone inside. But as of now, the visuals which we are seeing on the screen is of the Chief Minister of the state of Jharkhand, Hemant Soren. He had come here to meet Mallikarjun Kharge. So this is his picture, his leaving from the residence of Mallikarjun Kharge at 10 Rajaji Marg. So after that, we are expecting that the meeting of the central observers along with Congress party president is going to start. That means we are assuming this is something that finally the call as to who is going to become the Chief Minister for the state of Karnataka, now that process is going to start. And this is just part one of the process where the central observers are going to officially submit their report as to what is the by and large opinion of each and
everybody
every
wants
MLA.
to know exactly what is in that report. Because both sides, Siddaramaiah and DKS, are claiming that they have the support of the MLAs. Ultimately, we'll know only from that report. And then the stamp of approval has to come from the Congress's High Command too. We'll keep tracking the latest from the national capital. But I'm also shifting attention to Pakistan now. The ruling coalition ally, the Pakistan Democratic Movement, today staged protests at the Supreme Court over its decision to grant relief to former Prime Minister Imran Khan, while the nation continues to witness vandalism allegedly being carried out by Imran Khan's supporters. Meanwhile, Lahore High Court today granted bail to his wife Bushra Bibi till May 23 in the Al-Qadr Trust case. Islamabad High Court had also granted Imran Khan bail in certain cases filed after May 9 till May 17. A verdict that is only valid in Islamabad too. Take a look at the big developments in Islamabad today. In Pakistan today, Pakistan Democratic Movement workers staging a protest against Imran's release outside the Pakistani Supreme Court. Imran Khan slamming the PDM protest for court trampling the constitution. Meanwhile, Pak Assembly has passed a resolution for judicial reference against the CJP, which is the Chief Justice of Pakistan. So this judicial reference will be basically like a no confidence expression to the president, will be sent by the Assembly Speaker. On the other side, Lahore High Court granted bail to Imran's wife Bushra Bibi till May 23. We'll discuss what is coming up next for both Imran Khan and the country in just a bit. Let's go across to Anil Trigunayat, former Indian diplomat. Kamar Chima is a strategic expert joining us from Pakistan. Kamar Chima, let me come to you first up. I want to understand how serious is this judicial reference resolution by the Pakistani Assembly against the Chief Justice?
Well, these are the optics we have seen in the 90s in Pakistani politics, and they are emerging again. Now, Imran Khan, who was the blue-eyed of the military establishment a few years back, now it seems the government believes that he is a blue-eyed of the judiciary in Pakistan. So right now, the Pakistani parliament, which believes that every time the Supreme Court of Pakistan, they come and they attack the parliament by de-seating or by sending the prime minister home, this time we shall not let the Supreme Court to send a prime minister home. Although the government has this perspective, but the government's perspective is also controversial because they are not letting the constitution to get implemented, which is that the provincial assembly elections shall be conducted in 90 days. So right now, the judiciary, which seems to be heavily bent towards Imran Khan, believes that they are politicized in one way, but at the same time, their version or the view about or their idea or their assessment or their verdicts that the constitution shall be implemented is absolutely right.
Right.
So the government has come in front of the Supreme Court to pressurize them that do not force us for the elections and do not send home the Prime Minister if the Supreme Court's verdict is not honored.
Okay. Anil Trigunayat, I want to understand from you, the kind of posturing that Imran Khan is doing, it is quite clear that he is also not going to back off. In fact, he's only upping the ante against the establishment, the government, and everybody else concerned. How do you see what he's saying? For example, he's talked about this London plan. He's now naming people directly. This is all unprecedented in Pakistan.
What has happened is not really unprecedented. And as Mr. Chima said, in 1990s, very similar situation had prevailed. But today what we are looking at is that, again, there is a game between the duels. There is a parliament or the PDM and the army on the one side in this, and we see the judiciary and Imran Khan on the other. This is becoming as stark as that much. So therefore, the faith in either of the institutions is somehow being circumvented by these acts. But at the same time, as far as Imran Khan is concerned, I think that he's probably considering that this is a do or die situation for him. So he wants to continue to maintain the pressure on the streets, having secured a short victory at least for 2 weeks. But if he doesn't want his people to go back, he wants this thing to continue, demonstrations, protests, which will continue to maintain the pressure on the
Okay.
government as well as on the military.
No, but Kamachim, I want to understand from you. One, there is no sense of letting up from Imran Khan. He is continuing to ask his people to continue to agitate. We've seen some of those visuals where the agitation or the protests went horribly wrong. But he says that those were actually not PTI supporters, that those were false flag operations to malign the PTI and him. But I want to understand from you, where is this bravado of Imran Khan coming from? Is it purely the public support, which he believes is so overwhelmingly in his favor, that's why he can afford to do this? Or is there more?
Well, frankly speaking, to this time, he believes that he has told truth to the public, where he believes that the military intervenes in politics. One thing. Secondly, all these opposition parties, they were together. They are now in government. They hosted me with the support of the military. So he's kind of telling a truth right now to the public.
But this is not a truth that the public didn't know in Pakistan, no, Kamar? Was the public in Pakistan not aware that the military rules the roost and has political control in Pakistan?
Well, this was not that much public in the past. One thing, or the people, because of the social media, people know the reality. And particularly Imran Khan and all those social media people on social media, the journalists or social media workers, they have tried to aware people of the reality. Earlier, the mainstream media used to talk all that in signals mostly. So right now, each and every character in the military establishment or the intelligence agencies is being discussed, what they have done, what they have spoken in the past, what has been the plan in the past, what is the plan in the future. So I think everything is out in the public, and people now have realized that okay, this is how the military has been involved in politics. But the problem is not that the military's involvement in politics is bad. Imran Khan says that the military shall involve, should have involved in politics, but they should be on his side.
Right.
So he is not talking about civilian supremacy in the country. He doesn't believe that that the military and the judiciary, they should go by the book. He believes that judges should support him, or he believes that the military general shall support him. So this is where the situation creates more chaos.
Okay.
And right now, yes.
Yes, one second. Anil Turgunayat, I want to understand from you this pressure, so-called pressure on the Pakistani army establishment. How do you see this? Is it just temporary? This will eventually not yield to any long-lasting change in Pakistan, or could it?
Well, it could as well be some kind of a paradigm shift, because, see, I firmly believe that even though in Pakistan, the army has a disproportionate influence over the polity and the economy of the country, but the fact remains is that when people rise, and I hope it is not, if it is only the PTI workers who are coming out, then it will fizzle out. But at the same time, as I read somewhere, that one has to see whether Imran Khan emerges as Sheikh Mujibur Rahman or a Bhutto. One does not know how it happens, because at the end of the day, the army will eventually find a way to control him or this kind of dissent. But at the moment, situation as it is evolving, because it is a combination of many factors. Imran Khan is also the creation of the army.
Exactly.
We all know that. So it is. He wanted the support to continue. He fell foul with them, and then they had to ease him out. And once he eased out, he went to the street, thinking that he's a very popular leader, and which is, of course, is quite visible on the streets also. So I think that he can stretch it to a point, but not beyond.
Kamachima, final comments. What do you see happening in the next few days in this battle?
Well, the reality is that Imran Khan is asking for the freedom protest across the country, whereas the government is protesting against the judiciary. So Imran Khan is protesting against military's involvement in politics, and the government is protesting that the judiciary is intervening in politics and favoring Imran Khan. But the question right now, the problem is that no one has a solution. The government doesn't want to honor the Supreme Court's verdict, and the military is not going to back off because they believe that this is ultimate their job to keep that there should be some sort of a balance in the country. And right now, Imran Khan, whose workers have destroyed the properties of the military installations, people have been killed. So the military believes that all these people who have been involved in these incident, they should be punished. So it seems
what
that
about Imran Khan himself? he fears that he will be arrested by hook or by crook.
Yes, it seems that in coming days he will be arrested because there are dozens of cases against him, and the only thing is that his opposition is the people who are in power. When they were in opposition, they used to be in jail, and the Supreme Court and the higher courts didn't used to intervene this way or to produce this person in the Supreme Court the way they brought Imran Khan from the NAB's prison. So the question is, Supreme Court is showing completely tilt towards Imran Khan, and Imran Khan believes that his only hope is the judiciary, which can save him from all these cases which are politically motivated. But right now, he has become a challenge for the government and for the military. Let's see how things will move forward because no one has a solution. No one knows what will happen tomorrow.
And can I also ask you finally, Kamar Chima, what is the situation like, especially in Islamabad, around on ground and also vis-a-vis some of the blockades and the internet suspensions, etc.?
Well, internet has just been restored fully. Twitter and other social media platforms have been restored just now, just today, I should say. But at the same time, I was out on the roads in Islamabad and it was all fine. There was one road, just Constitution Avenue, where these protesters from the government, they were there. Otherwise, Islamabad is all free and people are having their own life is going on.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. I do thank both of our guests for joining us. Let's wait and see exactly what happens. We'll slip into a very short break. On the other side, we have a special report from the USA. Stay tuned.
Possibly we could have some clarity as early as tomorrow. Some other visuals also, I believe, were coming in of the observers. Okay, we'll try and understand what's happening at the airport also, because we are understanding the observers are also expected to reach the Delhi airport and then will be headed to meet the Congress president. But the big update that's coming as of now is that DK Shivakumar will also be traveling to the national capital. Siddaramaiah, as we pointed out, is already on a flight. Is expected to be in the national capital somewhere around 3:30. Rohini Swami now joining us on the broadcast. Rohini, is really getting interesting by each passing minute. DK Shivakumar, who till now was saying, I'm unclear whether I would want to take that trip to the national capital, now in fact will be travelling. What are sources telling you?
Well, the focus does shift to Delhi because the final decision and the ball is in the court in Delhi right now. With Siddaramaiah already on his way to Delhi, DK Shivakumar also has been summoned there because the final decision has to be made. The legislators here in Karnataka, the elected legislators of the Congress, have already made their decision and conveyed it to the observers as to who they feel should be the chief minister from their side in the secret ballot that took place last night. But the final decision is with the senior leaders, or rather the high command in Delhi. Now, what we're expecting in Delhi is both of them will be made to sit down and put forth their points as to who would be more eligible to become the chief minister of Karnataka.
But Rohini, I want to understand what really has changed over the last 1 hour. DK Shivakumar earlier in the day said, I haven't taken a call, I have a few meetings, I have to go to a few temples, so on and so forth. And now we're understanding he in fact will be making that trip to the national capital. So was another call by the central leadership made to DKS?
See, it's also one thing we have to understand that today is DK Shivakumar's birthday. And he did want to meet several of his people, followers who supported him and helped him in this entire campaign to bring the Congress to power. At the same time, yes, but
विधायकों से कल रात को चर्चा हुई, लगभग चर्चा 4 और 5 घंटे चली है। उन सबों की ओपिनियन लेकर अभी फिर उसके बाद हम माननीय कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष के सामने हमारी रिपोर्ट रखी जाएगी।
सर, सिद्धरामैया जी ने कहा है आज तक इंडिया टुडे से कि ज़्यादातर विधायकों का समर्थन उनके साथ है, मेजॉरिटी उनके साथ है।
देखिए, वो तो उनकी बात है कहने की। ये तो हम अपने जो रिपोर्ट है माननीय कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष के सामने रखेंगे। उसके बाद
जो कांग्रेस ने वादे किए हैं अपनी 5 गारंटीज को लेकर, उनको अभी लेकर के क्या कुछ रहेगा सर?
देखिए, बहुत ज़्यादा उत्साह है और वो 5 गारंटी जो हुई हैं राहुल जी की भारत जोड़ो यात्रा, उसकी वजह से सरकार बनी है। लोगों को विश्वास है, जहाँ भी हमारी सरकारें रही हैं, जहाँ भी हमने गारंटी दी हैं, जहाँ भी हमने वादे करे हैं, वो वादे पूरे करें।
सर, 18 तारीख को ओथ की खबर आ रही है। 18
नहीं, वो तो अभी तय हो जाएगा जब बताएंगे। अभी तय नहीं हुआ।
खड़गे साहब के पास जा रहे हैं, खड़गे भाई
अभी हम कर लेंगे, अभी बता देंगे आपको।
So observers have also reached the national capital and they've said that they've heard all the MLAs and they in fact will be now communicating that to the central leadership as far as the Congress is concerned. Some other reactions also coming in.
हम बैठेंगे उसके बाद बताएंगे।
राय सर विधायकों ने दी है, वोटिंग हुई है। सिंधे सर वोटिंग हुई है, राय दी है उन्होंने।
हम बताएंगे, अभी नहीं।
So as we pointed out, a lot of parallel developments taking place. On one hand, you have the observers who in fact have now reached the national capital. They will be communicating all that they've recorded to the central leadership of the Congress party. But the other big update that's coming in is Siddaramaiah is already on his way to the national capital. Now we're understanding DK Shivakumar, who's the other top contender to be picked as the Chief Minister of Karnataka, will in fact also be travelling to the national capital. Rohini Swami, who was breaking these details for us, in fact was telling us that sources are telling her that now there is a possibility that both these leaders...
कोई विवाद की बात नहीं है।
कब तक ये फैसला हो जाएगा सर?
देखिए फैसला तो अभी कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष जी के बाद सामने जब बात रखेंगे उसके बाद ही तय होगा।
लेकिन दोनों तरफ से सर दावे किए जा रहे हैं, पोस्टर हो रहा है, अलग अलग तरह के दावे किए जा रहे हैं, कोई पीछे हटने को तैयार नहीं, इस तरह की बातें निकल के आ रही हैं।
नहीं, ये कोई बिल्कुल गलत बात है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ।
तो आपको लगता है कि कोई भी मामला सुलझ जाएगा?
बिल्कुल सुलझेगा, अनुशासित पार्टी है कांग्रेस पार्टी, कोई बात ही नहीं, परेशानी।
राजस्थान तरह कुछ ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा सर?
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं होगा कुछ भी। राजस्थान में भी कुछ नहीं होगा जी। थैंक यू।
Observers hopeful of a resolution very soon.
We are rooted in resilience. We are rooted in strength. We are rooted in this community.
Sun shining brightly on May 14th. Like it did when some say the devil came to Buffalo.
Let us pray.
Remarks were just part of the day. With the community gathered, calls for action, starting inward and upward.
Healing us as only you can. We pray for continued healing for the surviving families.
Of course, the anniversary marked by tragic irony.
A life that comes into this world, making someone a mother, is also a day we're here to think about those who are no longer with us.
As we've seen, those struck the most by this tragedy lend their voices and strength.
The way you have stood up, spoken up, the way you have represented your families, yourselves, our community, has been nothing short of amazing.
And while the Tops name will forever be synonymous with one of Buffalo's bloodiest days, we understand more the importance of this place.
The folks that work at Tops consider themselves a family, and they consider the community, the Jefferson Avenue community, part of their family.
From this parking lot to the aisles inside and lives beyond the city of good neighbors.
God, we ask you to put our broken pieces back together again.
With allies lending their voices against hate, racism, and violence.
We've all come together to feel the pain that we felt that day and still feel today, but also the resolution that we are not just going to feel pain, we are going to make some good come of this.
So many listening for now and remembering the reasons to keep finding hope for the future.
Spreading love so that we can show this world hate did not win. Hate cannot win. Why? Because love will all...
ತಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ 20 ಜನ ಶಾಸಕರು ಕೂಡ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾಹಿತಿ.
ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಯಾರನ್ನೂ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾವ ಶಾಸಕರು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಹತ್ರ 135 ಜನ ಶಾಸಕರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಬರೂ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
ತಮಗೆ ಬೆಂಬಲ ಕೂಡ ಕೌರೇ
ನನಗೆ ಯಾರ ಬೆಂಬಲನೂ ಬೇಡ.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಷ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ
ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕೇಳಿ, ನನಗೆ ಯಾರ ಬೆಂಬಲನೂ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಡ. ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನ್ನ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂಡೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರಿ, ಬಂಡೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕರೆದ್ರಿ. ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ? ಬಂಡೆ, ಈ ಬಂಡೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಅದು ಪ್ರಕೃತಿ. ಬಂಡೆ ಕಡದರ ಆಕೃತಿ, ಪೂಜಿಸಿದ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ. ಆ ಬಂಡೆನ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಚಪ್ಪಡಿಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ದಿಂಡಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ,
it becomes an idol. It's your time to use it.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಜಲ್ಲಿಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧದ ಮೆಟ್ಲ ಮೇಲೆ ನಡೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ನಾನು
utilize me and send me to the Vidhan Saudha, to the steps of Vidhan Saudha
ಅಂತ ನೀವು ತೆಗೆದು ನೋಡಿ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ರೀಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಾನು ಪ್ರತಿಜ್ಞಾ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಾನು ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ತೆಗೆದು ತಿರ್ಗಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ರೀಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ತೋರಿಸಿ. ಸೊ ನನ್ನ ಚಪ್ಪಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ದಿಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಯಿತಾ, ಮರಳು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ದಿಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕಂಬಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ತೋರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಜ್ಞಾನಕ್ಕಾರ ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾರು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಕಂಬ.
ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ, ಪಕ್ಷ ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಅಧಿಕಾರ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರ.
ನಾನು ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ನಂಬರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ನನ್ನ ನಂಬರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಪೂಜೆಗೆ ಓದೋನಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಪಕ್ಷದ ಪೂಜೆಗೆ ಓದೋನು. ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋದು 135. ನನ್ನ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ನನ್ನ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಸೋನಿಯಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
I don't speak about an idol worship or people worship.
Even after the result, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರೋ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಲೆಕ್ಕಾಚಾರಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ದಳ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, BJPಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಕರಿಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಇವ್ರು ಬಂದಾಗ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಒಂದೇ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಒಂದೇ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ನಾನು 2 ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನಾನು ಹೋಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ನಂಬರ್ 141.
I took a firm stand regarding the results. Everyone spoke about hung assembly or coalition, but my stand was clear that Congress will come back to power with majority.
ಸರ್, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಚರ್ಚೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆಯಿಂದನೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಚರ್ಚೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಸರ್, ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ CM ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ಕೊಡಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಹುದ್ದೆಗಳು ನನಗೆ ಬೇಡ, CM ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಹಠ ಹಿಡಿದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಚರ್ಚೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
ಯಾರು ಏನು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೋ ನನಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೂ ಉತ್ತರ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಇದು ಯಾರೋ ಚರ್ಚೆ.
I don't like all the discussions that are taking place surrounding the Chief Minister post.
ತಾಳ್ಮೆ ಇದೆ, ಹೋರಾಟದ ಛಲ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ,
I have patience.
ಯಶಸ್ಸಾಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಧರ್ಮರಾಯನ ಧರ್ಮತ್ವ ಇರಬೇಕು, ದಾನಶೂರ ಕರ್ಣನ ದಾನ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅರ್ಜುನನ ಗುರಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ವಿದುರನ ನೀತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಭೀಮನ ಬಲ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ತಂತ್ರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯಶಸ್ಸಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಲೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಹೊರಗಡೆನೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಬತ್ತಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಯಶಸ್ಸಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸಾಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡೋ, ನನಗೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರು ಇನ್ನು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಗುರಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನೋ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜ್ವರ ಏನೋ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೀ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಟೋದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನೋ
KPCC Chief DK Shivakumar addressing the second press conference of the day as the political musical chairs continues in Karnataka after that stunning victory of the Congress party. The Chief Minister question has put the High Command in a serious dilemma. The power plays are underway in the national capital as well between the veteran and former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and the Karnataka Congress Chief DK Shivakumar. Has he really indicated that he is perhaps not coming to Delhi today? He would be coming only tomorrow. And after the meeting of the CLP, the High Command will take the final call. Siddaramaiah is in the national capital. DK Shivakumar is expected. On Sunday, DK Shivakumar mobilized his Vokaliga base to send a message to the Congress top brass. Top Vokaliga leaders warned the Congress, saying there will be consequences if DK Shivakumar is not made the Chief Minister. In fact, both camps protested outside the Shangri-La Hotel, demanding that their respective leaders be made the Chief Minister. While the numbers game seems to give the edge to Siddaramaiah, DK Shivakumar is not going down without a fight. In his latest press conference, he said that he is the one who delivered Karnataka to the Congress, ensuring the victory of 135 MLAs. He said that he promised Rahul and Sonia Gandhi as well as Mallikarjun Kharge that he will win Karnataka, adding that a single man with courage delivers majority. The Congress is caught between a rock and a hard place, as it needs to maintain the momentum till the 2024 general elections. Which way will the High Command bend, as the verdict has delivered a major boost to the grand old party? The Congress now has governments in 4 states. It has proven itself as a force in a direct contest with the BJP. It has reaffirmed its position as the principal opposition party and has learned the political value of localized issues for election narratives. For the BJP, securing a majority in Karnataka still eludes the party, while the results show the Modi factor may not be enough. This is also a big setback for the BJP Look South mission, where it aims to expand its footprint. For the JDS, it's simply a fight for survival now. The Congress secured its victory with a rainbow coalition of caste and political groups. Between Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, the question that we ask on News Epicenter: who can keep that momentum till 2024? Let me bring in my reporters first. Nikhil Agwani is joining me outside from Congress President Mr. Kharge's residence. Akshara is outside Bengaluru airport. Akshara, so from all indication that is coming in from DK Shivakumar, he may not be taking a flight to Delhi just yet.
Well, yes, he was supposed to take it in the evening, but it's already late evening. And from the information that's available, he's supposed to take a Vistara flight here. If not, if it gets late, he might take a special flight from HAL, which is yet to be decided. On the other hand, he's visiting temples. He also met a spiritual guru here in Bengaluru to take his blessings. Also listen to him as well. Remember, on the day of elections, result came out as well. He went there and he spoke to him. And this is a crucial time for him. As we were discussing, he is lobbying for the chief ministerial post, and he's taking head on former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. So it is an important aspect for him, and he's a very religious person, as we all know. He visits temples, he follows all the rituals, he does puja and all. So that's the thing coming in. He's visiting the spiritual guru, and he might come here anytime soon. If not, he might take a special flight to Delhi.
So what about the political guru? What about Mrs. Gandhi? He has decided to not meet her just yet?
Well, yes, absolutely. He's taking name of his political guru, Sonia Gandhi. He, in fact, mentioned it yesterday and even today. Once the results came out, he took Sonia Gandhi's name, stating that Sonia Gandhi visited me when he was in Tihar jail. And in fact, he told us today that he promised Sonia Gandhi that he would deliver Karnataka to Congress, and he rightfully did so. And he says that he doesn't want to speak about the numbers, but says that all the 135 seats are because of him. He kept the party together as the KPCC chief, and that's the result which he has delivered, which he says. So that's the justification coming in from DK Shivakumar, the KPCC chief, where he's claiming the chief ministerial spot right now, and he's expected to visit Delhi today.
Okay, let me go to Nikhil, who is joining from outside Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. Mr. Kharge has had visitors only a few hours back. Hemant Soren, Jharkhand chief minister, went to congratulate him, Nikhil. But I'm sure he has a tough task at hand. Are we to believe that it will be the new Congress president and Mr. Kharge who will take the final call? Or will it be based on what the MLAs have already voted, which is clearly for Mr. Siddaramaiah? Or will it be the Congress, the former Congress president, Mrs. Gandhi?
Well, Maria, the actual elections for the Congress party starts from the time when the mandate has been given to them by the majority, and then when they have to decide any one pick between the two. And this is something which we have seen as suggested by previous states as well, which have been won by the Congress party. But currently, as mentioned by you, we are reporting from outside the residence of Mallikarjun Kharge, 10 Rajaji Marg, here in the national capital Delhi from 8 a.m. in the morning. And as of now, the meeting has already started between the observers who were deployed from the central leadership side to the state of Karnataka, and the meeting is currently underway with that of the party president. And in fact, the in charge of the Congress party for Karnataka state, Randeep Singh Surjewala, he is also a part of this crucial meeting. So all this secret ballot paper which was being talked about earlier this morning, it is also brought here, and then the decision which has been made by the MLAs, the opinion so to say has been made by the MLAs which were informed them through the central observers will be apprised to the Congress party president, that is Mallikarjun Kharge. This is, Maria, this is part one of the process. Because why we are saying so? Firstly, the reaction will be taken, the opinion, the feedback of all the MLAs have been taken currently by the party president. Then what we do know is that Siddaramaiah is already here in the national capital. As of now, he has not sought any official appointment from Mallikarjun Kharge, but he is in all likelihood to meet the party president and the party high command as well. So there are multiple steps which needs to be followed. There are many of the stakeholders as well which are going to decide as to who is going to become the next chief minister. And as we speak, there is another vehicle which is going to enter, and we see there Nasir Hussain is currently entering. Sir, आप बात करना चाहेंगे कुछ एक आध वर्ड? आपका ऑडियो जा रहा है, अभी क्रूशियल मीटिंग चल रही है, आपको लगता है आज डिसाइड हो जाएगा नासिर जी?
नहीं, अभी अपना रिपोर्ट वो लोग सबमिट कर रहे हैं.
अभी अपना रिपोर्ट वो सबमिट कर रहे हैं. That is regarding the observers who were present at the CLP meeting yesterday in Bengaluru. They are submitting their report to Mr. Kharge, who will then view that. In that list, certainly over 80% of the MLAs have stood with Mr. Siddaramaiah. Mr. Siddaramaiah arrived in the national capital earlier today. So is it just a matter of time that we'll know about it? I'm going to go back to the reporters in just a bit. Let me bring in my guests. Sankrita is Karnataka's BJP spokesperson. Dhruv Jati is Congress spokesperson. Vasanti is political analyst. Professor Sanjay Kumar, CSDS. Riju Datta, TMC spokesperson. Vasanti, I will go to her in just a bit. Professor Sanjay Kumar, if this is a collective victory for the Congress, then who can claim among the two to have broad-based its social coalition? Mr. DK Shivakumar or Mr. Siddaramaiah?
Maria, there is no indication to suggest who is more instrumental in Congress victory. Very difficult to figure out who was more instrumental in making Congress support base most broad based. But I have 2 points of data to cite. If we go by the people's choice as the chief minister, there is no doubt about that Siddaramaiah is far more popular choice of the people as the chief minister compared to DK Shivakumar, because we did some polls and it's a clear indication. If I want to cite the number, 40% for Siddaramaiah and only 4% for DK Shivakumar. But look at, there's another piece of data. If I look at the shift in support base of Congress among different caste communities, the Vokkaliga shift is sizable. They have shifted in favor of Congress in a big way. That we can give the credit to maybe DK Shivakumar because he belongs to that community. So he needs to be given credit for Congress victory. But if there is a need to quantify whose contribution is more, I think it's very, very difficult.
Okay, Vasanti, since you were traveling across Karnataka during these elections, I think the popularity contest is being won hands down by Siddaramaiah. But is it about popularity or is it more about ensuring that momentum remains with the Congress party, continuing and going till 2024?
Hi, Maria. The popularity poll among the two was not really in question when I was traveling. In fact, I went to Mr. Siddaramaiah's constituency, Varuna, where he was pitted against the Vokaliga leader, Somanna of the BJP. Somehow at that point of time, since probably nobody really expected the Congress to gain such numbers, and, everybody had this sort of, oh, it's going to be a hung assembly. I don't think this is going to happen. So this debate between the two leaders is a fresh one in some ways. However, everybody has been in the situation of...
But isn't it also true that they put a lid to this? They tried to, work out their push and pull because they understood it was about that victory. I mean, that elusive victory of the Congress party.
Yes, I remember in the run-up to the elections, there were also memes that I saw, which almost, kind of made fun of the fact that this is Photoshop. This is the kind of friendship that the two are trying to show to their voters, that they are, there is no difference between them. But in reality, everybody knows that they really cannot see eye to eye with each other. But let's get back to your question on what, therefore, is the popular voter, who can sustain the momentum? That was your question. I think in this case, there is a slight disadvantage, which may not be very slight in my opinion, which is the reputation or the danger that DK Shivakumar stands with the cases that are still pending against him with the CBI, with the ED. Now, nobody would probably want to take a chance with the central government being BJP and risking an incumbent, a sitting chief minister facing any legal case. I don't think people would want to go to that route. So in terms of the SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, both of them have great points. I mean, here is Siddaramaiah, popular leader, especially of the backward classes, the Ahinda as it is called. And then you have the much younger DK Shivakumar. And if I as somebody who is a Karnataka, so to speak, also analyze the two characteristics of the leaders, Mr. Siddaramaiah, as stalwart, has put out his thoughts in terms of caste. But then in case of DK Shivakumar, he tends to focus on business, and in that sense might be preferred by the industry.
So one is seen as industry friendly, the other one is, goes into the caste analysis. But if you look at the Dalit shift again, and we have the data that has been put out by CSDS as well, there has been a significant percentage increase in the Dalit voters for the Congress, which is like a significant number which has voted for the Congress party, and that is, on our television screens as far as that percentage is concerned. Dhruv, come in on this. So who will be rewarded by the party high command?
I'm enjoying this excitement that is, taking place all across the state, the media, people, as well as the opposition. Everybody's interested in what's happening in the camp of the Congress. So this brings me to my first point, that the democratic process in the Congress party is what needs to be first appreciated. The fact that leaders are allowed to express themselves, allowed to speak about their achievements in the party, and the whole democratic system is something that we need to acknowledge, on the whole. So it's very simple. That the MLAs have voted. They have also said that what decision is taken by the AICC is something that they will abide by. So those two taken into consideration, and what the AICC president takes a call on is something that we should be watching for. I understand there's a lot of excitement, anxiousness, and people want to know immediately. Let me remind you that in Himachal Pradesh, within a week's time, we formed government. So we will see that in Karnataka as well. So wait for a few days.
Okay, you have asked me to wait for a few days. But this is a question to the BJP spokesperson. Mr. Sankirta, would you not agree with what the Congress is saying? That as far as, MLAs choosing a leader is concerned, that happens there. And that is an exercise which should be lauded.
See, firstly, I congratulate the Congress party on their people's mandate that has been achieved in the state of Karnataka. The Karnatakas have voted for a good, probably a pro-development government. They would insist in the Congress party, and they were lured by the freebies that was being given, and that attracted the people to vote for them. Secondly, the guarantees, the 5 guarantees which have been given and promised by the Congress party, I asked them to soon select their chief minister candidate and form their cabinet, and in their first cabinet, as promised, I request them to kindly announce all these freebies and give a clarity to the people, because the people of Karnataka they are not ready to pay electricity bills, and they are eagerly waiting to get their 2,000 rupees. The women households are eagerly waiting to get their 2,000 rupees.
It's been
a
only
month.
2 days since they won. What is the rush? You have also taken weeks to form governments.
We have immediately formed the government.
No,
if
you have
see
taken
the
a week also in several states.
We have tried immediately. We have tried immediately. So the people are waiting. So I request them to make it.
Dhruv, respond, please.
I wasn't able to listen to much of what the BJP spokesperson said.
And let me complete. I'll just complete. I'll just complete.
Quickly, 2 points.
And when I according to your CSDS survey itself, why only Siddaramaiah or a tainted chief ministerial candidate like DK Shivakumar? The Muslims have consolidated and voted for the Congress. Why not a Muslim chief minister? Dalits have consolidated and voted for Congress. Why not a Dalit chief minister? Be open for options. When all these communities in large have supported you, why don't you go for a Dalit CM, or why don't you go for a Muslim chief minister? Why only Siddaramaiah or DK Shivakumar?
Okay, Dhruv.
I'd like to come in here, Maria.
Dhruv, so the BJP is giving you some suggestions.
Firstly, to remind the Bharatiya Janata Party, in Assam on May 2nd, 2021, the results were out. The vote-taking ceremony took place 8 days later. In Uttarakhand, results out on March 10th, 2022, vote-taking 13 days later on May 23rd. Maharashtra government had no cabinet for 1.5 months. Why were they not concerned about that? And let me tell you, we don't need to be schooled on politics. If not for anything, they need to find an opposition leader at the earliest, because they have only 65 MLAs, 12 of their own sitting ministers have lost. And this time, Mr. Narendra Modi ji is not going to sit in Vidhan Sabha and babysit them. He's not going to babysit them this time. They need to figure out their own house and fix their own house. In Himachal Pradesh, like I mentioned earlier, we formed government within 1 week, and that is what is going to take place in Karnataka as well. The Bharatiya Janata Party needs to fix its own state leadership, and in fact, the leaders from Karnataka who are in the high command and have vested interests in becoming chief minister over here.
Okay. Come in. The BJP spokesperson can respond. Go ahead.
See, firstly, we have considered defeat, and we have accepted our defeat in a very humble manner, and we take it humbly, and we'll definitely introspect what were the mistakes, and we will definitely have a course correction. Okay, we have celebrated in the past years when we got 1,000 votes, 500 votes, we have celebrated from such a party to making a majority government. So we have come a long way. We accept a defeat. Okay, I agree. My only urge is that whatever the promises, the guarantee cards which have reached the people of Karnataka, you have given to every household. You have printed and given guarantee cards to all the houses of Karnataka. They are eagerly waiting. It is not the 6.5 crore population of Karnataka. They are waiting to eagerly see a chief ministerial face soon. It is not BJP's urge. It is not BJP's stance. It is not a suggestion also. This is the information that is required from the people of Karnataka. When is your first cabinet going to happen? This is the only question that is in front of the people. Whoever it may be. You go for a Muslim chief minister, you go for a Dalit CM, you go for Siddaramaiah.
There is Riju Datta also who is extremely patient now.
Quick response. A quick response from my side. See, for the transition from Mr. Yediyurappa to Bommai, it took close to 1 month. They had to make Mr. Yediyurappa ji cry on stage, humiliate him, and then change him. Now with the guarantee cards, of course, there is enthusiasm with the people who are waiting for a chief minister, and you will have a chief minister. Be a little patient. So of course, we have 5 years over here, and we're going to give good governance to Karnataka.
Let's talk about
government like the Bharatiya Janata Party.
One of the takeaways, whether this will be some kind of index of opposition unity, will it change? And for that, Riju Datta, I know Mamata Banerjee congratulated the Congress party, but will it really impact more than that? Beyond congratulations.
Maria, one thing, after the Karnataka elections have been concluded and Congress has got a stupendous victory, the winds of change have started blowing. And why I say that is because, 2-3 things have come out very clear. Number one, you have to be a people's leader. Gimmicks, hiring people for throwing flower petals and all that is not going to work anymore. You have to address people's issues like unemployment and inflation. Invoking gods and goddesses and playing a communal card will not work anymore. So, the country has seen all this 9 years and the country is voting for an alternative. Now, saying that, the Congress is going to contest the BJP one-on-one in 200 or more seats in the general elections. Bengal is going to fight BJP in 42 odd seats. But Maria, you know that wherever a regional party is strong, BJP has faced defeat. Whether it is Telangana, whether it is Bengal, whether it is Delhi, they have faced
So
defeat.
you will say
So
that even in Karnataka, the Congress fought as a regional party. They made it about local leaders who had put focus and spotlight on local issues.
Absolutely. The Bhumi Putras fought against the BJP.
Okay, so Bhumi Putra.
Yes, so it is.
So
like
this,
Mr.
but then this formula was not yours, right? Or can you say that that formula has been given by Mamata Banerjee?
No. I am not saying that. I am only saying Mamata Banerjee 2 days before the elections. Mamata Banerjee only said that I request all Kannadigas no vote to BJP. That's all she said. That for progress, for development, do not vote for BJP.
Okay.
But I am coming. The main moot point I am coming here, Maria, is that if you see in Bengal, the Congress is in a unholy nexus with the CPIM contesting against Trinamool. Whereas even in Karnataka elections, the CPM fought against the Congress. So it is now up to the Congress to respect the regional parties. Give us our respect. We will fight BJP. Opposition votes should not get divided. And opposition, all regional parties and Congress.
So basically the index of opposition unity, the so-called index of opposition unity remains dismal, Dhruv. You have to give space to the opposition parties. You have to give a space to Samajwadi Party in the state of UP. They are best suited to take on the BJP, or say a TMC that in Bengal, move down, Bihar, RJD, which is taking on the BJP. That is the way it will be fought. If that is the formula, this has been suggested by Mamata Banerjee, Nitish Kumar and all of them.
We will look closer to the elections. We have Madhya Pradesh as well that's upcoming. I'm sure opposition parties are surely going to hold several meetings over the next couple of months. Those are developments that we need to look into more closely. It's wrong for us to come to any conclusions right now. Speculation should be on hold. Okay. Let's see what happens after Madhya Pradesh as well.
Okay. It's a give and take relationship. If Congress supports all the regional parties will support the Congress. The ultimate goal is BJP Mukt Bharat. We should concentrate on that.
No, but that ultimate goal is not also united goal, right? You may be talking about that, but the Congress may not want it.
No, I am certain every like-minded opposition parties believe the same. And I'm sure everybody will come together. It's just that, they are formulating the regional equations with the national equations.
Okay,
that's all.
Fine. Professor Sanjay Kumar, you have raised 4 questions and also given answers to them in the article that you wrote for Money Control, sir. Are you seeing some hasty conclusions being drawn by opposition post this result in Karnataka?
Yes, hasty conclusions about what might happen in 2024.
Yes.
Hasty conclusions about how Congress is going to perform if we look at the 4th state assembly election, which is due by end of this year. Everybody is looking for a template. I don't think there is one template on which a party can contest the assembly election and the Lok Sabha election. Also remember, there is no one template through which a party should go into assembly elections of different states. Different state specificities are different. So also remember that if you are the ruling party in the state, you have to have a different narrative because you will be defending the government. The advantage Congress had in Karnataka was Congress was not the ruling party. So this template, I think if we have to look at the template, I can find only 2 things: local issues and local leadership. But look at the states like Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, where Congress is the ruling party. You can go into these elections with the state level template, that state leadership and state issues. But it would be very difficult because you would be defending your government. There would be a party who would be attacking the achievements of the government. They would be questioning the achievements of the government. So I agree, Maria, that opposition parties are in a haste. They are thinking of that victory of the Congress has ensured BJP's defeat in the 2024 election or in a large number of state assembly elections, which is not the case.
Yes. And if you look at multiple Lok Sabha elections of recent times, you have seen that perhaps the BJP may not have done well in the assembly elections as it happened in 2018. And then we saw the victory that they had in 2019. So Riju Datta, while it's all right to have the celebrations, but is it also not realizing that people vote on different issues? in the center for the central government and also for the state government. And welfareism, when it becomes a talking point, even in Karnataka, while there were 5 guarantees of the Congress party, the people continued to believe that what was being given by the central government is going to continue, and this is the 5 guarantees were in addition to what was being given by the center.
See, Maria, irrespective of